Welcome to this overview of the visitor management feature on Curiosity. To start off with, I'm going to show you the customization that is available within the visitor management feature on the platform. To view this, simply go up to the cogwheel, press Settings, navigate to Modules, and select Visitor Management. From here, you can make several customizations. You can edit the visitor types, you can add in new visitor types, enable or deactivate certain visitor types as well. You can also select your default visitor type. Whichever section or row has a tick next to it will be the one that will be defaulted when someone goes to book in a visitor. You can then edit the booking form itself. By selecting visitor details and pressing edit, you can either hide or add in certain fields that you require people to fill out when booking in a visitor. If I go through and deselect pass numbers and visitor email and press save, these will now no longer appear on the booking form. Likewise, if I press edit and recheck them and press save, they will now appear on the booking form. From this page, you can also go through and enable the self-check-in kiosk functionality and make any amendments as required to the booking form. You are also able to edit your building's visitor policy here by pressing edit and inputting text in the box. And if your site utilizes printed passes, you can enable those here and customize the layouts and the design from this page. Now to show you how to access the visitor management feature on Curiosity. So from your home screen, there are two ways to access it. One is by scrolling down to the bottom and selecting Go to Visitors, or on the top banner, hover over Building and go down to Visitor Management. This is now the visitor management page. The default it will default it to you who are today. You can change the date range by selecting and either selecting one of our default customized fields here or input your own date ranges. You can then also filter the bookings by those that are booked in, those that are checked into site, those that are checked out, any no-shows, and any previous bookings. So let's go through and book in a new visitor for today. Simply go up and press Create and fill out the form as necessary. The first question is for the front of house teams to dictate if this visitor is a walk-in at site. In this example, we'll be pre-booking this visitor. Select the arrival date and the arrival time. Select the visitor type. As you can see, it has defaulted to our default visitor type here, but you can select others from the drop-down. Add in the visitor name. You can add in a pass number, visitor email, or visitor company if necessary. You may add in more guest list booking if there's additional people on this booking. And you can also make this booking reoccurring as well. By selecting yes, you then get the options to have it daily, weekly, or monthly. So for example, if I select daily, I can have this repeat every day until the 30th of December. Once you've filled up the form as necessary, select Next, select the host company, and then the host name. You can then provide a subtenant if necessary, provide a host email address so they are notified when they're checked in, and you can provide a host number if required as well. You can then notify the host upon arrival. By selecting this option and typing an email address in here, this will then notify the email address when the visitor is checked into site. Select Next, and then you can provide any arrival instructions, assistance instructions, or general comments as necessary for this booking. Once complete, simply press Submit, and the visitor will appear here. To check in a visitor that's pre-booked, simply find the visitor in question and select Check In. You may enter a pass number if required, and then press Check In. The visitor status will then change to Checked In. To check them out, follow a similar process. Simply find the visitor in question and select Check Out and confirm. The visitor will then be marked as checked out. Should you need to make any changes to a booking, simply select the booking in question, select Edit, and make any changes as required. Once changes are completed, just press Save. Should you need to delete a booking, select the booking in question and select Delete. If you wish to duplicate a booking, i.e. have the same person arrive at site with the same information, but just on a different day, select the booking you wish to duplicate, go up to More, and select Duplicate. This will then pull across all the key information that was inputted on the original booking, and all you'll simply need to do is change the arrival date and input the new arrival time. This will then recreate the booking upon the new arrival date and time. Within the visitor management feature, we also have the ability to action items on batch, i.e. check multiple visitors in one go. If you select these checkboxes on the left-hand side and then navigate up to select action, from here you can batch check them in and then batch check them out. You are also able to batch delete and mark multiple visitors as no-shows. The final section that I'll show you today is the ability to bulk upload visitors. To do this, navigate to the three dots and select Bulk Upload. Now, there are two ways that you're able to bulk upload visitors. One is by downloading our template, filling it out on an Excel document, and then uploading the file into the system. The second option is to do it within the product itself. Simply select Add Row, fill out the necessary information, and then select Upload. The visitor or visitors will then appear within the product itself.